Children, let us continue the chapter Pair of Linear Equations in Two Variables. Now, let us find the solution of pair of linear equations. There are two ways, two methods to find the solution of a pair of linear equations. The first method is graphical method. Second method is algebraic method. In graphical method, we have to draw the graph for both the linear equations and the point at which both the lines meet becomes the solution of the linear equations here. Solution of the pair of linear equations. And here in the algebraic method, there are three different methods. Three different methods of algebraic methods are there. The different types of algebraic methods are: first one is substitution method, second one is elimination method, third one is cross multiplication method. Without finding the actual solution, you can discuss the nature of the solution of the pair of linear equation in two variable. That is, the nature of the solution of the linear equations in two variable depends upon the value of the coefficients of x, y in the equations. You know that the general form of the linear equation is in two variable is ax plus by plus c, and if there are two equations, we can represent in the general form a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. Here a1 and a2 are the coefficients of the x in first and second equation respectively, and b1 and b2 are the coefficients of the y in the first equation and second equation respectively, and c1 and c2 are the real constants here. Then the solution of the linear equations depends upon the value of a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2. And if a pair of linear equation is given by a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0, then the following situations can arise here. First one is, if a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2. If a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, in this case, the pair of linear equation is consistent. Consistent means it is having solution and also it is having only one solution. If a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, if a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, the linear equation is consistent. It is having exactly one solution. This pair of linear equation is having exactly one solution, so that you can say unique solution means only one solution. That is the first situation. That is, if a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2. Second, the situation is a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 but not equals to c1 by c2. Not equals to c1 by c2. Then in this case, the pair of linear equation is inconsistent. Means they are not having solution. No solution for the equation if a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 and not equals to c1 by c2. That is the second situation. a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 and not equals to c1 by c2. There is no solution, means inconsistent. The linear equations are, pair of linear equation is inconsistent. That is inconsistent, no solution. Third one, if a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is equals to c1 by c2. a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is equals to c1 by c2. In this case, the pair of linear equations is dependent and consistent. They are having infinitely many solutions. They are having solution means they are consistent, but they are having infinitely many solutions. They are having solution means you can say that they are consistent linear equations. And here if a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is equals to c1 by c2, they are having infinitely many solutions. So in the first case also, a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2. In this case, the pair of linear equation is consistent, means having only one solution. And in the third case, a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is equals to c1 by c2. The pair of linear equation is also consistent and it is dependent. And the pair is having infinitely many solutions. So depending upon the a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2, you can predict the linear equation is consistent or non-consistent, like this way. Now you take the example here. First one, x minus 2y is equals to 0, and second one is 3x plus 4y minus 20 is equals to 0. And for the first linear equation, find a1, b1, c1. So a1 means coefficient of x, that is 1. b1 means coefficient of y, that is minus 2. And c1 is, that is the constant here, that is 0. For the second equation, a2 is 3 and b2 is 4 here, right, it is 4, and c2 is minus 20. c2 is minus 20. Now you find, first you find a1 by a2. a1 by a2, that is equals to, here a1 is 1 and a2 is 3. So you got 1 by 3. Then you find b1 by b2. b1 by b2, b1 is here minus 2 by b2 is 4. So you got minus 1 by 4. Minus 1 by 4. And also here c1 by c2. c1 by c2. c1 is 0. c2 is minus 20. c2 is minus 20. So you will get 0 here. So what you can conclude here? You know that a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2. a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by a2. Then what you can conclude? Pair of linear equation is consistent and it is having one solution, only one solution. It is having unique solution. Only one solution is there, and it is, as it is having solution, so you can say that it is consistent. The pair of linear equation is consistent. So you got the nature here. Next, let us take the second example. That is 2x plus 3y minus 9 is equals to 0. It is 2x plus 3y minus 9 is equals to 0. And you find here a1 is equals to, that is 2. b1 is equals to 3. And c1 is equals to minus 9 it is. And a2 is 4 it is. b2 is 6. And c2 is, that is minus 18. c2 is minus 18. And you find a1 by a2 here. a1 by a2, that is 2 by 4, you got 1 by 2. 2 1s are 2 2s are, that is 1 by 2. Next you find b1 by b2. b1 by b2, here it is 3 by 6. 3 by 6, 3 1s are 3 2s are, then it is equals to 1 by 2. Then you get c1 by c2, that is minus 9 by minus 18. Minus 9 by minus 18, so it is 1s are 2s are, that is equals to 1 by 2. Here you got a1 by a2 is equals to 1 by 2, b1 by b2 is equals to 1 by 2, c1 by c2 is equals to 1 by 2. It means, therefore you got what you got? a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is equals to c1 by c2. c1 by c2. Then you can say that here the pair of linear equation is dependent and consistent, and it is having infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. Next, let us take the third one. Here, the two equations in the pair are x plus 2y minus 4 is equals to 0, 2x plus 4y minus 12 is equals to 0. So here you write a1 is equals to, that is the coefficient of x 1, a2 is equals to coefficient of b1 is equals to coefficient of y, that is 2, and the c1 is minus 4 here, and a2, that is the coefficient of the x in the second equation, that is 2 here, and b2, that is the coefficient of the y in the second equation, that is 4, and c2 is minus 12. Now you find a1 by a2, b1 by b2, and c1 by c2 here. So you write a1 by a2, that is a1 is 1 by 2, and b1 by b2, that is equals to 2 by 4, that is equals to 1 by 2. Next you find c1 by c2. c1 by c2 is equals to minus 4 by minus 12, that is 4 1s are 4 3s are, you got 1 by 3. Here you got a1 by 2, a1 by a2, and b1 by b2 same here. So you got a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2, as they are same, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. But it is not equals to 1 by 3, means c1 by c2. Here this is different. So you can have a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is not equals to c1 by c2. a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 are equal, but they are not equals to c1 by c2. So in this situation, that is the second situation. What is that? Here you already discussed that. This is the second situation you got here, that is a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 not equals to c1 by c2. In this case, the pair of linear equation is inconsistent, means they are not having solution. So what you can write here? Here you can add that pair of linear equations are inconsistent. Here the pair of linear equation is inconsistent, means no solution. They are not having solution here. No solution, that is as a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 not equals to c1 by c2. In graphical method of solving the pair of linear equation in two variable, we will get two straight lines. As there are two linear equations, we will get two straight lines. To solve the pair of linear equation graphically, there will be two straight lines both to be considered together. You have to consider both the straight lines, and the straight line may be any one of the following manner. Here they may intersect as like this way, and they may parallel, or they may coincide here. So here if they are intersecting, if the two straight line what we got, they are intersecting, means the two straight lines are consistent lines. They are consistent, means they are having only one solution. As they are intersecting at only one point, we will get only one solution. So that is nothing but unique solution. The straight lines are unique and consistent here. And they may parallel. If they are parallel, there is no solution for the pair of linear equation in two variables, means they are inconsistent straight lines. They are inconsistent. The linear equations are inconsistent. And they may coincide like this way, and all the points of both the linear equation may lie on the same straight line, means both the straight line coincide. If there is coincident, then also they are consistent lines, they are consistent linear equations, and also they are dependent, and they are having infinitely many solutions. If the lines are coincident lines, they are coinciding lines, we will get infinitely many solutions. In this way, there are three possibilities. If they are intersecting lines, we will have the solution, they are consistent, and they are having only one solution. Only one solution. If they are parallel, they are inconsistent and there is no solution. And if they are coinciding, they are coincident lines, then we will have, and we can conclude that they are consistent and dependent. Infinitely many solutions are there for that pair of linear equations. In this way, graphically we will get the solution for the linear equations in pair of linear equations in two variables. Therefore, the behavior of linear equations in two variables and existence of solutions as follows. First one, the lines may intersect in single point. In this case, the pair of linear equations has a unique solution and they are consistent pair of equations. Here, if the lines intersect at a single point, there is a single solution and they are consistent pair of equations. And second, the lines may parallel. In this case, the equations have no solution and the equations are, the pair of linear equations are inconsistent pair of equations. As they are having no solution, they are inconsistent pair of equations. The lines may be coincident. In this case, the equations have infinitely many solutions. So they are consistent pair of equations and also they are dependent pair of equations as they are having infinitely many solutions. See the intersecting lines, parallel lines and coincident lines. Intersecting lines, they are intersecting at only one point, only one solution. Parallel lines, no solution, and coincident line having many solution. And by combining both, that is comparing the ratio A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2, and also by graphical representation, then we will get the interpretation. Let us interpret the linear equations. While comparing the ratio, if you got A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2, then you know that there is exactly one solution, that is unique solution. Then the lines are intersecting lines. Here if you got this, means you will get the lines are intersecting and naturally there is a unique solution, exactly one solution, and the equations are here consistent pair of equation. So what they are? They are consistent pair here. They are consistent pair. And if A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is equals to C1 by C2, they are coincident lines. And there are infinitely many solutions. They are dependent and consistent. They are dependent and consistent. In this case also they are consistent. They are consistent pair. And also you can say they are dependent pair. Dependent pair. Next, if A1 by A2, A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 but not equals to C1 by C2, then what is the nature of the lines here? They are parallel lines. They are parallel lines. The straight lines are parallel to each other and there is no solution. There is no solution. So the pair of linear equations are, you know that they are inconsistent. They are inconsistent pair. They are inconsistent pair. The pair is here. The pair of linear equation is inconsistent pair. Inconsistent pair it is. So in this way, here it is very important to answer the multiple choice question or to answer the 1 marks question. Here you must have the clear knowledge about the A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2 and the consistency of the pair of linear equations. So keep it in your mind while answering the 1 marks question and multiple choice question.